I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic
which it stands,
one nation,
indivisible, liberty,
and justice for all.
Fuck people.
I'm glad Art was never around for that one.
That was bad.
That was bad.
All right, roll call, please.
Evancho,
Here, finally.
Hill,
Here.
Laufman,
Here.
Leonard, Marlin,
here,
McMillan,
Here.
Wolverton,
Here.
Okay, reading of the minutes.
I make a motion, we dispense with the place on file.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. There's your report.
Man, that was quicker than I thought it'd be. I'm almost locked up. Well, this is odd for me, you guys doing it this way, because there's a lot going on and I want one meeting and different things. I don't have anything official to pass on to committee, but I have a ton of informational items, and feel free to ask me any questions because I want to make sure there's no dumb questions. There's just a lot. I want to make sure that the facts are out there. First off, I have this written first, and it's just been bugging me, and you know me as a mayor. We had a couple of citizens, and of course, we've lost some loved ones. General thing, the way it's set up out there, only 10 loved ones can go to the funeral, and there's been a lot of losses in our town. And but two that jumped off the radar that I just want to put out there. Jack Harris. I don't know how many Veterans Day parades and different things like that. His volunteerism in town. I'm just really sad to see such a good citizen that, but 8 old, and just want to bring that up, mention deeply saddened that we've lost him. And then the next one was on my mind for quite a while, and I think there's a little article in the paper, and I kind of pulled Dr. Serap's article. Some of you might have seen it, but Joe Goggin, Dr. Joe, I think all of us at one time in our lives had to run in with him one way or the other, and what that family's done backstage and different things. And it's just want to flag those things. And then I wanted to get into some of that before I want to get into some of the others. Our senior class at Cambridge High School, just put a shout out there to all the kids in the schools. This has been just awful. They've seemed to handle it pretty well. It's all competed in something, and we never had a season taken from us and anything. And these kids will rise above it somehow and have a special ability that we never possessed. And I guess as mayor of the city, I want to reach out, just say, we're with you. A lot of neat little things going on behind the scenes, and they're working hard out there to have a decent. And I know as soon as today, we were talking about some different things with some people out there. So I have a good place. I think they'll do the best they can, but there's never enough, and it's just a mess. Rocky informed me today our move, and Sharon mentioned to some of you earlier, you asked, our move of city moved again, and this is the one. This is the one we're going to do. I really believe that. June 10th through 12th, and we'll be open for business on the 5th. Why did this happen again? Well, I can tell you right now, the moving company couldn't come, and without that, we were in trouble. So we had everybody else, except we had a little problem with water turn off and different things, but the big one. So again, 10th to 12th of June, and we'll be open for the 15th. One thing I want to hit all of you with, it's been driving me bananas, and most of you know me on this too. Property is really going to struggle this year. So far, we've been able to keep most of the high grass kind of under control, but we're up against it. I'm goofing around with Jack earlier, but Judge Liston has told me as soon as they're allowed, they have more than enough people. They need some more volunteers besides Jack. I volunteer on the road if they don't throw me out beforehand, but we don't have the part-time laborers, we don't have the mowers, and we don't have the money. So it's going to be slow go out there. It's probably going to get to the place where in the past, we picked up the phone, we got immediate reaction, 1,000, 2,000, up to 10,000. And Before you call, remember what I told you, but go ahead and call. And in your wards, if you see different things, get a hold of Kim and myself, and we truly will do what we can, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Up is canceled. That's been a phenomenal thing the last few years, but we're going to have a fall cleanup. And I've already told my people, I'm not hearing no cancellation in the fall. If we have whatever they come up, still having it, if we have to throw the disease in the dumpster, but we're going to have a fall cleanup. One's out. Now, we almost had the epidemic bed mattress episode, but it looks like most of them are heading in the right direction, which hopefully is not the reservoir. I probably shouldn't have said that. But Clark Street's ongoing, going well, other than the fact it's a mess. It's on schedule. You'll see some 40 getting done going out from Dewey at ODOT project. So not that when you see the pavers, they're starting that, so that's a good thing. But that's going to be going toward New Concord, and that's going to be nice. And then the hospital building, as far as I can tell, looks like that's going pretty well. Tim might know more about Southeastern Med, but health is, you can see what's happening out there. Although a lot of our streets not moving around a whole lot yet, but I think it's going to ramp up more this weekend. Some more businesses got the green light, and I'm one of them on the 15th, which is Friday. And I hope and pray that we can pull that off for everybody out there so we can get some normalcy out there, get into things. I received word that the Legion season baseball has been canceled. Kind of wish they hadn't done it the way they did it, but seems to be the way it is out there. So I guess the grass seed's going to have a little bit more time to come back in, which is not necessarily a good thing. And then the things here. Now, I do have something I want you to pay attention to. We're going to, unfortunately, it's not really official until the park board votes on it, but that'll be Thursday night. And Kim, that was a good question, and I hope you can make that. We aren't going to have a swimming pool this year. I shouldn't cry about a swimming pool, but when you spend as much time as I did trying to get the damn thing there, it sure does make me. But we got a lot of problems brewing in the back rooms. First, can't spend $100,000 on 6 weeks with all the issues flying around. We can't guarantee what we don't know. Pool management would have changed. Timmy took a job out there at the school difference, so he wasn't going to be available right off. And there's just a ton of serious situations. Potential lifeguards training yet. So that was a mess. We have a hiring freeze on, so temporary workers, that was a mess. Pool to get it open already needed a full month. And with all these other things going on and a short staff, and again, mowing, that wasn't working real well. The governor has the order on, which may have lifted early June, but that just made everything that much more crazier. Tasty treats still being as we speak, but again, with the hiring freeze, that's an issue. Kim, maybe you can join in out there Thursday and come up with something. But again, private businesses are kind of beat up, so I don't know that we should be doing that out there when we need to support our businesses. That's just, now I've been getting calls about Boomer Almond. Everyone's poking me about that. And I'm not going to say too much, but there'll be, I just don't know if we'll have the Rama. You can't really raise money in this type thing, and nor should we ask at a time like this. Have a little bit in the nest egg, but we're going to talk to the shooter. And again, we do have a contract, but from what I've seen, other towns have broke those. Not that I want to line up and do that. So we got that, take that down off there. And based on coronavirus discussions for the last 2 or 3, 4 weeks. Today was one of the few days we were able to get back into real life to go on besides just the coronavirus. Again, you might have received some information of ongoing discussions we've been having on these last few Fridays with the courts. As you know, freeze on, and we also were going to have a furlough, and then we killed it at the last second. Tell you before we go down that road, we had to research some other things, which unbelievably, we're hearing some information that, again, there was another meeting today at 2. And we'll have another one Friday. So we'll keep you in the loop there. Might have an executive session at some point, but we're using all departments at their capacity and everyone's showing up and our workers are doing a phenomenal job. And I can't say enough, our families are reacting out there. They know, and it's tough everywhere. It's not just here, but so we're glad that as of right now, we're doing our job. Government's still going on. We're not shutting down the main city functions. Again, the airport took a hit and some of this money stuff, and we're finding some money out there in some places. Unfortunately, the people we're taking it from aren't real. But again, we have to keep our main forces moving. Court's back in session again now, so we're hopefully they'll get some things going. And they're doing their math up there and things. So with that said, or whatever, Council President.
Are there any questions for the mayor?
About you were blurted out on the pool, Mayor. What's the status of the pool? I didn't get none of that.
I've asked, and I'm to happen. We'll be shutting the pool down this summer.
Okay.
The pool won't open. And give you a little history. The only time the pool wasn't open that I remember in my lifetime was when we got. It was such a disrepair back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, and that wasn't a good summer. You know, it's kind of hard to talk about those kind of things, but it's important that our kids understand where these are, and it is what it is. I think some of them know more about it than some of us do in some ways. But thanks, Jack. Thanks, Marlon. Any other questions?
May I?
Yes.
One question, that when you move, that is every city office, correct? Andres Building, the Ellis Building, and the law enforcement,
Yes.
correct?
Mhm.
Okay. And I just want to say, Mayor, this has been a difficult time for all of us, but I commend you and your staff and the administration for all of the difficult decisions you have made, done what has to be done, unfortunately, but I personally commend you and your staff and the administration for difficult decisions that you and we know that it's the best interest of the city and the staff, and I personally thank you for that.
Well, I thank you very much, Councilman. I mean, as you know, I share it all with you guys, and I think it's very important. It's going to be a strange year. We tweak things along the way. We can pull this year off and then get next year started. That's what we're building toward. Because make no bones about it, this is as bad as this could be. This year is the easy part. It's that first quarter next year. That's the one we're happen there. Taxes are still set up for July to come in, but I've heard some small rumbles, and I think the treasurer's on here somewhere. They're talking even about kicking that a little bit longer. Now, listen, they start messing around with that's what we're talking about now, changes again. So that's pretty much all my relevant. Again, that park board meeting Thursday night, a lot of things hinging out there, and ball seasons are in the balance. And it's just kind of a mess.
Any other, Mayor? All right, thanks, Mayor.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to communications.
Okay, the first one I have is from our audit. We have a fire levy that is up and needs some attention. So she is asking that council pass a resolution to renew the 3.9 mil fire levy ballot for November of 2020 that is collectible for 2021.
Mr. Pancho
Motion to refer to finance.
and Mr. Marlin.
I second that emotion.
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. That motion's granted. Next, please.
I have a request, Police Chief Mark Delancey, request that pay-in for reimbursement to Celebrate contract invoice be put into the services by contract line, and a request that $20,000 from the Cambridge City Schools be placed in the salary. That's the reimbursement from the SRO.
Mr. Pancho,
Yes, motion to refer to finance committee.
Mr. Lockwood.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, that motion's granted. Next, please.
I have a letter to the council from the Department of Development, and this is in reference to Guernsey Residential Number 9 at 1211 Green Acre Drive. Guernsey Residential, Inc. has applied for the issuance of license for 4 persons with developmental disabilities at the above address. Of Developmental Disabilities will inspect this facility for compliance with this department's licensure standards. As required by Section 51.19 of the Ohio Revised Code, you may send any written comments regarding the issuance of these licenses to this office no later than 19th. The director shall make written findings concerning the comments in his decision regarding this issuance of the license. If the director does not receive written comments from any notified local official at a specified time, the process for the issuance of the licenses shall continue. And it has contact information if anyone would like to reach out to them. I received this notice on May the 8th.
What's the pleasure? Mr. Altman?
Motion to accept and place on file.
Second.
Yeah, John?
I'll second it.
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Same sign. That motion is granted. Is that it?
I have monthly reports from the auditor, treasurer, and court.
Mr. Fillon,
Motion to accept and place on file.
Mr. Marlin,
I second that motion.
all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. Is that it?
Mhm.
Okay, reports committees.
Report of Finance Committee, May the 4th. We recommend pass a resolution authorizing the city auditor to act on behalf of the city as authorizing signature for the renewal of the loan at People's Bank.
Any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, May the 4th. We recommend that authorization be given in the ODOT road salt contracts awarded in 2020.
Any questions of the committee on that report? Okay, we'll move on. Oh, sorry.
Report of Finance Committee, May the 4th, we recommend that the following transfers and appropriations be approved. Appropriate $2,400 equipment, appropriate $3,175.45 to police vehicle maintenance, additional appropriation of $15,000 to the grant fund 46.
Any questions about that report? Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the administration to submit an app for a 2020 Community Housing Impact and Preservation CHIP grant.
Any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, May the 4th, we recommend that council pass an ordinance authorizing the Department of Economic and Community Development to enter into partnership agreement with Guernsians.
Any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, May the 4th, we recommend that council pass authorizing the mayor to sign documents for funds from the FAA grant for the Airport Authority.
Any questions of the committee on that report?
Report of Finance Committee, May the 4th, we recommend that council pass an ordinance establishing the salary for the Economic and Community Development Director.
Are there any on that report?
That's it.
Okay. We'll move on to unfinished business. Is there anything under unfinished business? If not, we'll go to the audience portion. We have with us tonight Captain Ed McMillan and from the Salvation Army and his wife, correct? Okay. They made it known that they wanted to speak to us tonight about what they're doing at the Salvation Army during this pandemic. So go right ahead.
Thank you, City Council.
We're having trouble.
We're having real trouble hearing you. Can you move your device closer to you?
Okay, how's that?
That's a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'm still learning technology. So it's, first, we want to say thank you for us addressing tonight. During this time, it's been busy around here, and we just wanted to share what's going on and how we're helping. First of all, we want to say thank you Bridge and the County of Guernsey for stepping up and providing us donations and contributions. It's gone a long way. Because of their generosity in our communities, we've been able to assist with food and other necessities. Since the beginning of March and going through last week, May 8th, we've helped 937 families. And that's over 50 meals that we've been able to provide in that span. We've seen 221 new families during that time. Normally, our food box we run 5 days in a box. Since the pandemic, we've extended that food and supplies for the folks. Our food pantry, we run 4 days a week, and 2 days, 2 produce in the back parking lot. So we're able to provide, with the help of the Mid-Ohio Food Bank out of Columbus, out of Grove City, we're able to do produce. And in our boxes, we also are able to supply meat, which is a big thing that folks have always looked up.
Besides providing the meat boxes, we did what was called a boredom buster bag. My heart is with our kiddos. And we provided new toys, some coloring books. We purchased brand new books, so the children all got books. We provided games to incorporate or do some game activities, as trying to encourage them, don't just stay inside. And I know, but you need a brain break. So we encourage parents to come and pick those up as well. We've so far have handed out 80 of those bags. And any as a child 3 years old can just ask for what we call a boredom buster bag. We've also received permission from the Salvation Army summer program. It will be grab and go. We are following the SFP guidelines. So we will be providing all buster bag, but with a purpose. It's a day camp. I already have a Google Classroom set up, so I can have interaction. I don't have access to internet. It's not a problem. Everything will be that will be an encouragement. And if and when or have kids meet at our building for 2 hours, and we will do activities. So those are our summer plans.
And we're also this Saturday working member agency of 30 families with diapers. We've funds that we've been able to purchase in bulk. So we've already picked these, and we've been talking with the United that we want to do this again. So we will.
Captain, I'm sorry, but we didn't hear a thing you said about Saturday. If you can pull your device really close to you and then start over on what you were talking, all I heard, and then we lost everything. I'm sorry. If you could repeat that for us, please.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
No.
That's a little better. Oh, you muted. Oh, there you go.
Okay. All right. This Saturday, we're going to be doing a diaper distribution. Our building, so that we can our social distancing. We're working with United Way. We are a member agency of them, and we've picked families to be receiving diapers. And because of the success of this, in a few more weeks, we're going to do it again, so that we can make sure that these diapers, and we're providing 60 diapers to the with that. So we'll be doing that again. So we don't want anybody to feel left out of the program, because it's very important. So that's coming. And then just to end our time with you, we clothing donations, because we are receiving a lot of phone calls. I'm sure you're wondering as well, what am I doing with all these clothes? Time to clean out my closets. We cannot accept clothes at this time. Gymnasium as a new pantry, because of all the food donations we're getting. We don't have the space. We're looking at maybe August or September to be able to accept clothing again. I know it's a detriment to a lot of folks, because they want to hang on to them. They want to make sure, because when we clothing, we put them out on tables for people to come and get them, but we can't let people in our building right now because of the restrictions. Unfortunately, we can't accept clothing. And we're also reminding people not to leave them outside, because when you leave your donations outside, we immediately have to throw them away because of weather conditions and into them. And we don't want to bring bugs into our building and things like that. So unfortunately, Right now, we just can't accept. If you call our building, they're able to give you suggestions of, might be able to take them. But right now, at this point, we cannot accept any clothes. Mayor or city council, like nobody was expecting. But you know, this area really stepped up, and we're very proud to be part of Guernsey County. And especially, so thank you folks for letting us take this time. And if you have any questions, we might be able to answer for you.
Captain, unfortunately, the audio was really bad for a lot of presentation. If you could email me what you have there, and I can pass that on to the council members via email first thing tomorrow morning, the media, so that they can have that information.
Okay.
I think your internet is spotty because you were going in and out as you were speaking. Gist of what you were saying, but if you could email me your comments, I'll make sure I pass that on to the council
Sure.
and the mayor and the media.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for on with us tonight.
Thank you.
We appreciate everything you do there.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to new business. Is there anything under new business? Okay, we'll go on to ordinances and resolutions.
A resolution authorizing the city auditor to act on behalf of the city as authorizing signature to renew loan at People's Bank.
Mr. Lockman,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Wolverton.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, roll call on this.
Marlin?
Oh.
Marlin? Oh, I think I lost his feed. Millen?
Yes.
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Evancho,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Marlin,
Second to pass.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
Evancho?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
Resolution authorizing participation in the road salt contracts awarded in 2020.
Mr. Leonard,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Wolverton,
Second the motion.
roll call on suspension, please.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Mr. Marlin,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Vancho,
I'll second the motion.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
Evancho?
Yes.
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
This is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance of transfers and appropriations.
Ms. McMillan,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Loffman,
Second the motion.
roll call on suspension, please.
Leonard?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Mr. Wolverton,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Leonard,
Second.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Evancho?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Next, please.
An ordinance
That
authorizing,
ordinance is declared adopted, by the way.
an ordinance authorizing the administration to submit an application for 2020 Community Housing Impact and Preservation CHIP Grant.
Mr. Loffman,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Leonard.
Second.
Roll call on suspension, please.
Leonard?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Vancho,
Motion to pass.
Ms. Hill, I haven't called you your name yet.
Second to pass.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Marlin?
Yes.
McMillan? Evancho?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
And that is declared adopted. Next, please.
an ordinance authorizing the Department of Economic and Community Development to enter into partnership agreement with Guernsey County Commissioners.
Mr. Laughlin,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Marlin,
Second to suspend.
roll call on the suspension, please.
Marlin,
Yes.
McMillan, Evancho,
Yes.
Hill,
yes,
Wolverton,
Yes.
Laufman,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Ms. McMillan
Motion to pass.
and Mr. Leonard,
Second.
roll call, please.
Evancho,
Yes.
Marlin,
Yes.
McMillan,
Yes,
Leonard,
Yes.
Hill, Hoffman,
Yes.
Wolverton,
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
an ordinance authorizing the mayor to sign documents for funds from the FAA grant for the airport authority.
Mhm.
Mr. Evancho,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Wolverton,
Second motion.
roll call on the suspension, please.
Leonard,
Yes.
Evancho,
Yes.
yes,
Laufman,
Yes.
Marlin,
Yes.
Hill,
yes,
Wolverton,
Yes.
Mr. Laughlin,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Leonard,
Second to pass.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wolverton,
Yeah.
Hill,
yes,
Marlin,
Yes.
Laufman,
Yes.
McMillan,
yes,
Evancho,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
an ordinance establishing salary for economic development director.
Mr. Wolverton,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Leonard,
Second.
roll call on the suspension, please.
Hill,
yes,
Laufman,
Yes.
Yes.
Evancho,
Yes.
McMillan,
yes,
Wolverton,
Yes.
Marlin,
Yes.
Hoffman.
Motion.
And Mr. Leonard,
Second to pass.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
Marlin,
Ye-
Wolverton,
Yes.
McMillan,
yes,
Evancho,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Laufman,
Yes.
Hill,
yes,
And is declared adopted. All right, we'll move on to miscellaneous. Mr. Vancho,
Yes. The Finance Committee, correct me if I'm wrong, will meet, Sharon, June 1st
yes.
at 4:30. And we'll do it electronically for now until further notice.
Yes, actually, we're kind of assuming it'll be face to face, but it'll depend on us. So just
Okay.
stay tuned.
Okay. Thank you.
that it?
I wanted to say along the lines of what the mayor did, to express my condolences to the family of Dolores Harbin, who was a city council person, and she passed away last week. I were classmates of Brian Harbin, who was also a former city police officer. And Dolores served our city well as a ward council, and I really enjoyed working with her. She brought a different perspective to the council seat, as did Miss Miller, who also had a child in the police department when she served. So my condolences, Brian, to you and the family on the loss of your mom.
Absolutely.
Okay, anybody else? Ms. McMillan?
yeah, I would just like to take a chance. This week is National Police Week, and I would like to take an opportunity. This is a week that we honor and recognize our law enforcement officers, not only police departments, sheriff's departments, and state highway patrol, all of the LEOs, but I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Cambridge Police Department, the whole staff there for all that they do to serve and protect the city of Cambridge and its residents. And just give a shout out to them. And if we maybe have a chance to stop by, well, of course it's hard at this time, but I just want to give them a shout out and thank them for the dedication to the city.
Thank you.
Good one.
Anybody else? Okay, entertain a motion to adjourn. Mr. Martin?
Before we adjourn, I want to jump on Kim there about the flag. I'd like to know if the flags are going to be represented for Police Week. I know council bought the flags, representation for the police to hang. I was just wondering if that was going to take place. if anybody can answer that.
That might be something Kim Conrath can answer. She's the treasurer of the CPA, it's Cambridge Citizens Police Academy alumni. Or Donna, you might know.
Well,
She's an
I know all that, but I'm just saying, we had, as council people, had bought those flags, and I was just wondering if the mayor would be able to get maybe some of the city guys up. I don't know who has the flags.
I'll be honest with you, I'm drawing blank.
Don't have them?
I was, who may have them. Let me make a phone call and then I can get back with Sharon, and then Sharon, you want to send an email out or
Sure.
a text to everybody?
Sure.
But I'll make sure I do that, try to get back to you guys tonight.
Okay. Thank you, Win. Anybody else? If not, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Adjourn. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Have a good
everyone.
week, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thanks.
Sign off.